ahead.
did it last time.
Yeah, I did it a
Time
couple last times ago.
before.
Yeah, I recapped last time before.
Bear with us as we pick who needs to be tortured with the recap.
Oh, I already did it once today. I'll do it again. God.
Thank you.
I'll do it.
Lyra blesses your volunteering.
Okay. Is it me? Is it time to go?
Yes.
Last time, wait, did we have the Lich thing? Was that last time or the time before?
That was the time before.
Okay, so last time the group found a plant, really weird, and it was a talking plant. It liked watching people walk off the cliff and die.
His name was Robert.
His name was Robert.
I'm going to feel very bad if I watch back and find out it was not Robert.
No, it was Robert.
Okay, cool.
I'm pretty sure it was
that
Robert.
sounds about right. Anyways, it responded to "Hey you." I don't know. I didn't meet the plant. Fereydun and Basil and Pepper did. But they said, "Oh hey, go talk to the giant wardrobe. It'll give you stairs. It'll help you find the sword thing that you need to fight the Lich." They said, "Okay." So we went to investigate to find this wardrobe, magical woo, and we found out it was a giant mimic. It was a giant dresser mimic who adopted me. I called him Dad. It's not my dad anymore. We had a falling out. We'll get to that. So after some convincing, he opened up the stairs so we could go down to the lower parts of the church, and we get into this hallway, and there's a giant globe in the middle, and Basil goes, "Holy shit, that's magic as fuck," but more polite because it's Basil and he's a gentleman. A nasty gentleman. And we all agree we won't touch the thing until we're ready to go. Pepper said, like a liar. So we go a little further and we find a room full of skeletons. After some mimicry, we end up putting all the skeletons at the table. They come alive and they tell us the great story of, what's the dragon's name that put us in there?
Shazam.
Thank you.
the Merciful.
Shazam the Merciful. Woo.
Or if you've read your history books, it is Shazam the Conqueror.
What Fereydun said. So the skeletons talked about how Shazam locked them in there. They died of starvation or something, and now they're his puppets. Kind of a jerk move, to be honest. But we end up making tea. That was cool.
We started making tea.
We started making tea. And the skeletons say something about, oh yeah, the wardrobe took the stairs away and then they couldn't get out. And we went, what? So I went to investigate that. Called back to Arwyn that, hey, your girlfriend is being weird and touching the globe like she's not supposed to. I don't know what that's all about. You'd have to ask Pepper. Turns out Dad took the stairs. Real jerk move. This is why we don't talk anymore. Then we was trapped down there. We go to investigate the globe. And what the heck Pepper's doing, she is really stuck to it. Must have been really interesting. I climb on top. Giant blades come out. That really hurt. I get whipped around like fucking dough. We get Pepper back somehow. Basil will have to go into more detail on that. He knows all the magical stuff. But Pepper comes back. And we go investigate some other rooms because there's some weird singing and crying, and that was interesting. Acid, lots of acid, breath stuff, and we find wardrobes. Cue fashion montage. I think everybody got a new outfit or new parts to their outfit. I I'm looking pretty stylish. Pepper got a new dress. Basil, you look too good for us. You need to tone it down a little bit. You're too hot. You're too hot for the party. Then we found a big room. Turns out the one that is 3 sorcerer person thing was like, hey, did you know that by throwing the bag of holding into the springs of Lyra, you actually drowned and killed the Lich Coffee? Thanks for that. And we're like, wow, that's really great news. And then they're like, well, now we're gonna go enslave the mortal plane. And we go, well, that's not great news. But it was too late. They already went ta-ta. So we're going, oh shit. Now we gotta take care of that. And a lich that's trying to revive Wolf. And Granny Pluto. Is there no other heroes? Are we going to have to do everything? I ask myself this daily. But when we're talking about, the treasure, which is some giant sword to slay the lich, out of a big door, in the back of the room comes Shazam, the great, the powerful, the tasty. He tasted pretty good. Copper, it was the Copper Dragon, Zach.
Yes.
That is correct.
So out comes the great Copper Dragon Shazam. We have a battle. There's some nasty, gnarly acid breath that Arwyn and I had to put up with in our face. Very gross.
Very gross.
There was some biting, there was some magic, and thanks to Fereydun's impressive diplomacy in mid-battle, the dragon took him away. And we went, oh no, Fereydun, we'll never see him again. But after a couple minutes, Fereydun actually came back out with a whole big bag of goodies and a giant fucking sword. I'm really jealous. It's a really cool sword, but it's got his name on it, so he's got dibsies. There's some other cool loot, and I think that's where we're at. Was that everything? Did I miss something?
Oh, I think you got it.
Okay, cool. Alright, what's next? Big voice thing in the sky.
Well, we do all find ourselves outside of the stairs, having been allotted the freedom to not be underground anymore by whatever power it is that did open the stairs up for us to escape. As you enter back up, you will note that there is a data still there. Can everyone roll a perception first, actually? That would probably be helpful.
That's
I
right.
can call him Dad.
I can hear you now, too.
Yeah, I was having issue. I had to leave and come back because, it's a new headset. I'm still getting used to it.
22.
24.
14, 15. Wait, 14, 15, 16.
10.
I don't see shit.
All right, so
New.
Pepper, Basil, and Fereydun first notice that Echo is missing. Basil, you saw her most recently. They were heading towards the exit. Basil, follow up on this. You're also the closest position-wise. Can you also alone roll another perception, please?
Sure. That one's not as good. 11?
Okay. You hear sounds from kind of towards the entrance, but not sure what.
Okay, I'm gonna kind of backtrack a little bit and go to the group and just be like, yo, Echo is gone, but I just heard some weird noises coming up from the front of the building, so I don't know what we're walking into.
This is less than ideal.
Is there a back entrance or a back door?
That's what she said.
Basil!
Sorry.
I mean, nice one, but
You do not get to be even nastier with the nasty new clothes.
Time and place. Um,
Yes. Time and place.
well, I don't know if we want to kind of sneak around and approach this quietly or just go in. I'm very tired right now.
I'm tired. I ache.
I
I am
wanted.
very. Takes a look at himself. Jesus Christ! I need.
Can I make a perception check
I am tired.
around the corner?
Tired of your shit.
Sure. You can definitely do that.
Oh wow! I rolled a 3. You
It's
guys.
dim. It's dim light. It's hard to tell what you can see, really. But I will say that if you're just trying to peek around the corner, you can hear voices in the dark.
I would like to keep sneaking. Sneak, 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 sneak. Sneak, sneak, sneak. Sneak.
Um,
I'm gonna wait till I do another perception check to see what everybody else does.
um, while you're bitching, Arwyn, Pepper's gonna touch your shoulder and do cure wounds. Can I do that, Zach?
Yeah, I mean, we're not in combat. You can totally do that.
Okay, just in case, because you saying "Oh God" made me kind of concerned. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 healing to you, Arwen.
Thank you.
She's just gonna touch your shoulder and be like, "Hey, it's all right."
He looks pretty scarred on his face.
Emotionally or physically?
Both.
Slash like clothes tastefully melted.
Hey, Pick, with your passive, you're able to see what you can see.
Oh, okay. What do I see? I see there's 2 guard tokens, but what does that mean for me?
So for you, Pick, you're able to see out of the darkness steps 2 guard-like figures, heavily clad, head to toe in large armor. They're just like completely covered and decked out. They also have the emblem for Spire emblazoned across their chest.
Okay, cool. Thank you. I was actually just going to ask. So, do they have any like heraldry or symbology on them? But you already answered my question before I could even ask it. Huzzah! Pick is going to look back at the rest of the party and like he's trying to sign like, "Hey, guard." So he's just like sword, picks it up, like, and then like puffs his chest out, shoulders back, like hum dum 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 dum. Which
Something's wrong with Pick.
I concur.
he rolls his eyes and he's like, ugh.
I'm gonna message him. Pick, what's going on?
His guard, gosh.
Oh,
You there.
There's city guards. Turns out, hey.
We've
What's
just
up?
been tipped off by an anonymous source that the one named Pepper, who has a big warrant out for her arrest, is here on the premises.
No, just some Pick, thinking quickly. We are historical building. What is the word? Flower needs the word. It's not recreationist.
Archaeologists.
No, it's the people who fix up historical buildings.
Restoration.
Thank you. Hello, we're historical building restorationists, and we've been charged by the upper city echelon in seeing if this place is even worth restoring. There's nobody named Pepper on my team. I'm not sure what you're talking about, sir.
Really? Well, you don't mind if we have a look around. My associates are already looking around.
could I
No,
hear this, Zach?
I don't mind at all.
Oh, hello.
Well, because
right.
are you still messaging? So would Basil have heard that?
Basil can't hear through your ears. You could have been relaying back, like the what's going on.
Can I say that I was doing that then?
Yeah, totally.
That I was relaying the lie. I just said that we're building thingies.
Mm-hmm.
Keep it to that, okay.
I'm having foundry issues, so I'm riding blind right now. Okay, I'm assuming a person appeared near us.
To your
Yeah.
south, there's a
Yeah.
triangle of 3 guards.
Yep.
Like it to be known, I put my hood up.
Okay.
Cloak.
Okay.
We are looking
Boundary
for
police.
a wanted criminal who's been spotted in these here parts. The group just to the south, the lead amongst them is addressing you, Arwyn. It would
Yeah.
seem that you are the type of person I can rely on.
I can't move my token, actually.
Are you sure about that?
Yes?
And you know,
No?
you sign in as the right person.
I'm Fereydun.
I don't see you at all, Fereydun.
The token's still down at the stairs.
Oh.
Technical difficulties. Hang on a sec.
My founder just told me I wasn't a user anymore, so I'm figuring that out.
Oh,
That might
jeez.
be what's happening
Let
here
me
too.
hit refresh.
Yeah.
Nobody look.
Foundry's working okay for me right now, so.
I just keep
Yeah.
clicking
Yep,
the
all the
link
settings
in,
are correct.
Oh, jeez.
I keep just clicking the link in game links.
Same.
Haha, I can move now.
Yay.
Yay.
Did you turn it on and off again?
I did!
Oh my gosh.
Proves to be true, Leah. Hi, Jim. Thank you. Goodbye, Jim. Yeah, sir, you're a human, right? You're obviously more trustworthy than the rabble with which you associate.
Well, I'm half human. Excuse you.
Racist. Much. Says flower, not pick.
Just like all the other cops, says the player character, not the actual character.
And then this one is there's another one of the guards headed straight up to you, Fereydun. The first guard is kind of like pushing, doing the hand thing, like get back, step away from the person. But this guard is going to completely disregard his commander and walk straight up to you, and he's going to reach a hand out towards your head.
Excuse me?
Ah, kitty.
Don't you dare.
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
Ah, kitty. It's going to try to pet you. They are.
I would like to dodge.
Okay.
Please say you're making the scruggly cat face.
Very
Just
much
Do
so.
an,
scrunch.
do an acrobatics check for me. Competing against their trying to touch you-ness.
Well, I got an 8.
They got a 2.
Good. So it's definitely not graceful. But it is effective.
And they just like did a pet stroke motion, but an empty air. So, they kind of slumped down their shoulders and just slink back.
This is an incredibly rude gesture. What makes you think that it is okay to pet me like a kitty cat?
I mean, to be fair, you do look
Arwyn,
like one.
I only resemble Tabaxi, not a kitty cat pet.
All right, so there's 2 ways we can do this. Half human. You can let the person go, and we will not attack you and take you all in, or there's more creative ways we can do this.
Let what
Like
person
what?
go?
We are looking for a female, and you have a female amongst you.
That's sexist!
That is pretty sexist. How dare you?
Liars, light, what is going on?
We have it on good authority that the wanted criminal Pepper Linwood is amongst your party. As a matter of fact, a previous traveling companion of yours has turned you in, and it's time that you come with us.
I knew it.
So, hear me out. We just met who I'm assuming you're talking about. We don't have a Pepper Linwood in our party. Do you think that the Pepper Linwood of the Willow Linwood of the blah 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 conglomerate would dare to grace us with her presence? Are you serious? We're just historical building restorers. So I
I'd
think you
appreciate
have
it. I would love a deception roll, please.
Yes.
Oh my god. Please die. I believe in you. I rolled I have advantage. So the first one is a 10. And the second one is 17 plus 5. 22.
Yay.
Yeah, that does actually kind of add up. I mean, why would someone of such pedigree be with the filth of the city like you lot?
Ouch. I
Filth?
don't
Excuse you?
ouch. I don't think that's pretty rude. I don't
That
imagine
is
that your
fairly rude.
I don't
Excuse
imagine
you.
that your pedigree is also much higher based on the standing of your armor. It's pretty dirty. You haven't taken care of it. You're missing a belt buckle over there. So yeah, you should check your privilege.
Guard, sir, I did see a woman walk back into the back room as we were coming in, checking everything out. She looks exactly as you were describing and what I was hearing on the wanted poster, but there was definitely a woman who walked back into the back room in the back of the church.
Well, I appreciate your candor and willingness to turn in a friend, so if you'll excuse us, we'll go apprehend the
Friend is
criminal.
a strong word.
Happened to the
I'll tell Shield on your way out to let you by.
Will
Thank
do.
you.
Thanks.
Who is Shield?
So,
Man, we're gonna have to tell our captain about this. What gross behavior, Pick says loudly as he starts making his way towards the exit.
does this count as the 4 people I was supposed to send to the lady? Because I kind of feel bad.
Let's
You know
hope
what?
You sent
so.
2. The other
There
3
were
bowed
3
out
that-
after. The 3 took
Okay.
off because they were like, yeah, this isn't the right people, obviously.
Oh.
We believe the deception.
Hello, are you Captain Shield? Commander? Lieutenant? Shield?
You are met with silence.
The other guards were told us to let you know to please let us through. The woman they're looking for is in the back room, and they're going to get her now.
He draws his mighty great axe, 2-handed weapon from his back and is now wielding.
Please don't. God.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
How shiny is this armor?
It is like very, very shiny, like pristinely
Okay.
well kept.
Okay, cool. Excuse me, Mr. Shield. Ms. Excuse me, Shield. Your armor is immaculate. You are a radiant beacon of strength.
From within the armor of the hulking monstrosity before you, you hear a timid voice say, "Oh, thank you, sir. I polish it every morning."
And it shows. It is immaculate. I can see my face in it. Gorgeous. Your hard work truly pays off.
So the bad guys are somewhere else?
Yeah, if you go down, he points down towards the hall where the other guards are. If you go down that way and you take a left and you continue past the main altar room, That's where your friends went.
Marvelous. I appreciate you. My newest friend.
Good luck, Shield. Let's go. Let's go. Gotta go.
Get the fuck out of here.
Ow.
I am having conflicting feelings about this entire place.
Oh, I liked him. I feel bad.
I would like to burn this town after killing Wolf, but it is what it is, isn't it?
Did we just send those 3 people to die?
What?
No.
Yes. Yes. Maybe.
I don't know if she's
Hello!
still here.
Hello.
Don't worry about anybody up there. That's my bad.
What are you talking
Loading.
about?
Loading.
Did we not just send them to a back room?
No, you did.
Oh, he's still out here, huh? Hey, guy.
That's a different guy. That's just a guard.
Oh.
Okay.
My hair's still red, by the way, just FYI. I don't want to make Zach change the token, though, so.
I did change the token. I guess it's just
Oh,
not keeping
yeah.
that it's red. That's okay.
It's okay, just for
Hey, Basil, do your
record.
magical thing and make it not red.
No, it's
Do the
okay.
thing.
Do the
Okay.
thing. And then the other
Thing.
thing.
The thing has been done.
All right. Well, we are now out of the abandoned church to nobody. Where would you like to go next?
Sleep.
Sleep.
A nap in the bath would be nice.
We could go
What?
back to
Okay,
the tavern.
I have a question. What
Okay.
time is it?
It is like 1 a.m.
Oh god.
Is the sun out or is the night sky out?
Well, the night sky is out. It's like 1 a.m.
Oh, and it's just we were having funky skies beforehand. That's why.
Yeah.
I asked.
Yeah. Yeah.
Zach,
Yeah.
can I roll a knowledge check of some sort about the Thieves Guild in town?
Sure. Why don't you do you just remember it because you have information. You just don't know exactly the location.
Okay. So I am doing some thinky thinks. I'm remembering that the guild, wink wonk, they have showers and places to rest. Only problem is I don't actually know how to get into it. I was he kind of gets a little flustered. They always put me into a bag like I was a small dog and covered my eyes and took me inside of the building and to leave the building.
That's
Oh.
terrible.
And you want us to go there?
Well,
Is being around thieves a good idea? What if they notice?
well, is being around murderers a good idea? No, but here we are.
Arwyn.
I would like to. He's gonna regret this, but I would like to make a suggestion.
We are
What's your
listening.
suggestion?
If you suggest a brothel,
No. No.
that
God.
me.
And God, hell's no.
And wreck
I
his
mean, that would be a nice
potential.
time, honestly. A brother would be a nice time, but
Wow, Arwyn. Striking out before you even get it.
you know, it pains him to say this, but he's humming and hawing, but he eventually gets it out. I suggest we go up to the next tier and I will bring you to my house.
We get to have a sleepover at Arwyn abode.
is us not having papers going to be an issue? The innkeep said we needed papers to get to the next level.
That is
Show them-
correct.
Hold on. I think I can help with that if Arwyn's just being a noble doesn't work. Hold on. Do I have that? Where's my thing? Shit.
The forgery.
Yeah, I'm looking to see if I have it.
Ah.
I feel like I had that somewhere, and now I'm like, where did it go? Did I not have it? Shit. Maybe I didn't have it. I thought I did. Oh well. My bad.
I can still vouch for everyone here, and he shows his signet ring on his pinky. Like, I show them this, they would know who I am. It's been a while since I've been away, but hopefully my face is still as fresh in some others' memories.
Well, I think anything is worth a shot. I think we're all tired and could
And
all
if
use a
that
rest.
doesn't work, I can find one of my contacts, and we can go alternate route. Sneaky style.
I would rather be in a brothel because that's one of the safest places to be on the lower tier, but
Well, that's what you think, rich boy.
Hick, I've lived here longer than any of you.
Yeah,
This is my
and
home.
I've been in and out of Spire just as much as you have. Apparently.
Well then, alright.
Basil, can I get
got some
a
backstory.
perception?
Woo.
Just you, please.
Sure.
Go Basil, go Basil.
22.
Marvelous. So you see a group of individuals who are going to just have this be the token. Walking from a nearby tavern out drunkenly. There's probably 8 or 10 of them drunkenly hanging off each other, singing songs and carousing through the streets. You recognize one of them from both the front and the back to be a 1 Maximilian.
Hey,
Your bow.
Hey.
get it?
Guys, one second. Maybe have plan B. I'm gonna run after. Max!
Oh. Friendo. Basil. Sexy Basil. Sexy Basil. So anyways, sorry. Sorry. Me and some associates were just celebrating a big deal that we recently. He kind of shushes off everybody else in the group, who kind of just shrug and continue on singing their super gay song. How can I assist you? It's a marvel to see you again.
Yeah, no, it's great to see you as well. We finally made it over here. There's apparently some weird stuff going on, but my friends and I are in a bit of a pickle. We're trying to find
Wanted fugitives. Yes, it's a good time. Good time to be young.
You know, yeah, as one does. We're trying to get to the second level, or just find somewhere to stay for the night that's safe.
Well, there's not a ton of places that are safe, but I can take you back to my personal abode if the floor is acceptable. I mean, it's still better than outside under the stars, under the guard's eyes. Alternatively, I can't help you immediately, but I have some contacts who might be able to help with papers.
Yeah, that'd be amazing. Let me just grab the others and one sec. I'm just gonna message Arwyn and relay what Maximilian told me. Just be like, I've got us a place to stay for the night. He can help us with papers tomorrow if everyone's cool with that.
Arwyn's gonna nod and he's gonna relay that information to everybody else that sexy satyr daddy Max has provided a space for tonight and can help with papers.
I do not believe you that is his name.
Is that how you say his name?
Depends on the dialect, but it's mostly
Yeah.
that.
All I said was sexy daddy, sexy satyr daddy Maximilian.
And I told you I do not believe you that is his real name.
Well, whoever this person that Basil was talking to that can help you guys get papers to get to the second level has provided a space for us tonight.
Well, if Basil trusts them, then let's take him up on it.
Basil, Maximilian is going to just like throw his arm on your shoulder and kind of drag you with him.
I'm okay with it. Guys, this way.
Okay.
And here we are, my humble-ish abode. My, what a large party you have here.
I
Says
suppose.
definitely not enough beds, but this is okay.
Well, I think we are all correct in assuming that Basil won't be sleeping on the floor.
Oh,
boy.
absolutely not. He won't be. I'm sure our host has a nice warm space for Basil next to him.
Probably.
Oh dear. I bet he does.
Well,
Oh?
He'll just come this way. Welcome to my home. As you enter, note that there is a beautiful lilting sound coming from a nearby piano at the far side of the room as a female half-orc plays the piano.
ah,
This is a lovely entryway.
Your home is beautiful, Max.
yes, very nice.
Yes, do note the tapestries on the wall and the hung velvet from the Feywilds and the questionable food from the Feywilds. I would not eat anything on the table right now. I had delegations earlier and needed to loosen the tongue a little. Those I was meeting with.
I'm gonna look at everyone and be like, "Don't touch the food," and I'm just gonna like slowly move my gaze to pick. You don't want that food.
The table is laden just with big giant cakes, tons of frosting, large melons, basically anything that you could really desire. That's if you've got a sweet tooth, that is.
Thank you so much
Are
for
you
offering
sure
your
we
home
cannot
to us,
Yes,
Maximilian.
thank you.
Have the foods. I see sweet things on there. Are we sure we cannot have the foods?
And you're free to have the foods, but I wouldn't talk too much if you have the foods.
My
Loose
mouth may
lip.
vary.
These side effects may vary. Loose
Side
lips,
effects may
Kathy.
vary. Oh, I love that. Talk to you, doctor. Doctor. Fey food is right for you.
It's food, but yeah, I don't know that you guys would enjoy the fare of the wilds, and the magic might make you
Basil,
do some weird stuff.
I have been
Yes.
wanting sweet candies for a very long time. Are you
There are
telling
many
me?
sweet candies in
Are
my
you
home.
telling me
wait.
now that I cannot have this?
Wait,
You can absolutely have them, but remember, it's a lubricant for the soul.
Fereydun.
What does that mean?
Fereydun, I still have cloud candy from the circus.
You do.
Ah, that would be better. I don't
I have-
wish my soul to be lubricated in this household.
Do you
No
want a strawberry?
offense.
As he says that it's lubricant for the soul, he does in fact go up to the table and holds out a bushel of grapes to you, Basil. from the table.
Oh, I mean, Basil's gonna have one.
Tells everyone, don't eat the food, and then proceeds to eat the food himself.
Listen, this is home. I'm like, this is fine for me.
Yeah, and
I'm
Basil, you would notice just by looking, Basil, but most of the furniture in the home is of like Seder craft. It's like the same styles and designs and builds of all the furniture that you'd be used to from having grown up in the Feywilds.
Basil's feeling very like reminiscent as he's eating these grapes.
I would like to sleight of hand some food into my bag, please. I'm feeling really lost since I am now out of those weird tangerines.
Still have the funny
Okay,
berries.
totally. Maximilian doesn't notice you doing this as he's entirely too focused on Basil, and the pianist's back is turned, so no one sees you do this pick, and unless the party does, but
Okay, so what do I get for my pouch?
we're gonna call it, you get 2 cakes worth of food. Because even if you take 2 3-tiered cakes off this table, there's still mysteriously and miraculously not a lack of anything on the table, nor empty spots from which you took these cakes.
Interesting.
What does it smell like? If I put one of these cakes up to my facial area.
Here's a better way to put it. What would be the most pleasing and appealing smell to pick at this moment in time?
Right now?
Yeah, right now.
Right now, Pick is craving the equivalent of like peach cream cake.
Okay, that's what it smells like.
Oh.
Oh no!
And this is the same rule that applies. The aroma of what you're smelling is different to each person and smells exactly like the thing they're most desiring at this moment in time.
Pick is looking at Basil, looking at this cake, looking at Basil, looking at this cake.
Noticing Basil eating things from the table, looking at the cake.
Looks at the orc lady.
Oh, she's
Looks
kind of
down
in a
at cake.
total. The orc lady at the piano is just totally entranced and enraptured in her music. As you look over to her pick, also note that her clothes are quite revealing.
Oh.
Okay. Boop. Boop. She's not the orc lady from the Springs, though.
Nope, this is a completely different individual.
Okay.
She
Is there
has
enough
a
room on the bench for a second person?
There absolutely is. She has a very kind of a light pink, burnt orange kind of complexion.
Cute.
She has, as you kind of come around and you're able to see the front of her, she's wearing a very low cut midriff. She's one of her like tusks. She's got tusks, big giant like teethy tusks coming out of her like underneath. One of them is completely like chopped off, a little bit short, and the other one's to a fine point. And she's just completely enamored with the music she's playing, which, by the way, is a 22 on how well she's performing.
Oh, hell yeah. So Pick will, not to disturb her, but he will climb up to sit next to her and still stay out of his way. And I'm going to break the cake in half. And he's going to eat it.
Marvelous. Roll a con save.
Okay. Okay, let's see. 14 plus
the
4
music?
is 18.
Cool. So it's just regular normal cake and has no actual effect other than after the first bite, you feel the right amount of full, and it's the exact perfect flavor you were looking for.
Oh, peach cake, yeah. He's a happy boy.
Fereydun's just watching Basil eat cake. Watching Pig eat cake. Yeah, there's the cloud candy, but there is also cake.
What does it smell like to Fereydun?
It smells like beautiful almond cake.
Oh, almond cake. Damn.
And while you
sweet
smell this,
white
Fereydun,
almond
do
cake.
note that one of the cakes in the middle of the table is even garnished with chopped almonds on top of it.
Oh, in a moment of weakness, Fereydun grabs a piece of cake. Doesn't try to hide it. I am done. I am done traveling, eating crappy foods. I want the cake! And he's just gonna... He does have a spoon that he pulled from his belt. And he eats the cake.
Roll a
Fereydun's
con save.
strapped, but it's just a spoon. He's got that thing on him.
21.
Con save is 21. Alright, same thing as pick. It's like the right amount of filling. You don't feel too full. It's a savory, exact flavor that you were looking for and reminiscing of.
He
Oh,
takes
the
another
cakes
bite of
look-
cake. Is this like a con save per bite? Or con
No.
save per piece?
It's just like a for initial.
This is a glorious cake. The almond base, light lemon, bit of citrus, pistachios. Nice.
Basil, Maximilian goes to shut the front door and comes back to you and kind of like grabs you by both shoulders with both his hands and kind of pulls you close and leans into your ear and whispers, I have a message from the Feywilds for you.
Basil's gonna go a little stiff, and be like, oh, okay, do you have somewhere private we can talk?
I absolutely do.
Yeah, he does. Okay, well, I'm just
Please,
gonna,
follow me.
before we go in, I'm just gonna tell Pepper, hey, Max has something he needs to tell me about back home. Just, you guys be cool.
Okay.
I'll be back.
Have fun. Let us know if you need anything.
Be safe.
Be safe.
Make good choices. Pepper, what are you doing right now in Arwyn's Swamp?
Is it sorry.
Arwen is eyeing the cakes, seeing Fereydun and Pick like dig into them. They look very tempting. And he's weighing his options if he should.
All right. Well, it
Yes.
is. Do you want to? Are you trying to put down the allure of the cake and not trying to take it, type of thing? Is what's going on here?
Oh no, like he's tempted to do as Fereydun did, is like take a small bite out of one of them.
Well, the one that you were looking at, the one that's like exactly like the cake you remember having as a child, that one holiday that was just the most special memory. It's there. It's on the table. It's the same way it was ever made, and looks just like that same one from back at that during that memory. And it's a 20 is how good it looks.
Oh boy. Oh, he's feeling peckish.
Imbibe.
Sure. All those that one happy fun memory from that one special elven holiday that
Mhm.
we celebrated.
Yep.
There was a special cake made for it. It was very nice. And he's gonna try and find some cutlery and cut a slice. And he's gonna nom.
And I'll take that con save. Check. Con save.
Oh god. This is not
I
gonna
want
bode
you to
well.
fail so bad.
You know,
Right?
It's funny because my con is 0, so whatever happens. Oh, that is a 16.
Oh. But anyways, we'll come back to that. Pepper,
Oh, great.
what are you up to?
Pepper, is the music danceable? Is my question.
Yeah, absolutely.
She is just looking at the fire, kind of swaying along to the music. She was told not to eat the cakes. She is trying to ignore the cakes. However, Dapperling is sitting on the biggest cake possible.
Yeah, that does track.
He has no mouth, so it doesn't really matter.
But his butt has been places. Rude.
This is true. This is very true.
Buddy.
All right, Arwen.
Okay,
We're gonna
okay.
do this a fun way in the
God.
way that I'm gonna let you decide what happens. So why don't you roll me a d20, please?
A D20. Okay. Dirty. No, wait, no, that's not a dirty 20. Hello, natural. Yes, 20.
Roll a 20.
Yes.
Okay, well, the effect of the cake specifically for you is immediately you have the feeling of having had a long rest with all the benefits therein, and you also have an undeniable desire, which is going to be all encompassing until the desire has been fulfilled, to do something out of character. Generally from a different alignment and kind of like your heart's most desire. So that's where you're at.
Ew, what are you gonna
Oh.
do, Arwen?
Dance with
Oh.
Pepper.
I was gonna say admit your feelings, but hey.
You know,
That too.
yeah.
Wiggles eyebrows.
He's gonna go up to Pepper. He's gonna tap her on the shoulder.
Smooth.
Oh, Lord. She is going to turn around. Can she tell that he ate cake?
Are you looking to see if he ate cake? Or are you just
Not
asking me?
really. I'm
So
asking you
mad.
overall, yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Hey, Arwen.
Hi, Pepper. How
I'm
are you?
okay overall. It's been a long day.
Yes, very, very long day. Would you like to dance?
Yeah, actually, I would. She's going to offer up her hand. Are you
He is
offering?
going. I am. And he takes her hand and pulls her in by the waist, very close to his chest. And he's gonna immediately lead her to like waltz their way to the bigger area and yeah, just kind of dance around, do a little waltz. And he's a very good dancer. I mean, it's very like ballroom dancing, and he's like showcasing that in this display. Um, so he twirls her, dips her, like very very elegant movements when he's leading this very like ballroom esque, yeah, peacocking, in kind of way. He, on one of the twirls, he pulls her in real close, and with those sultry heterochromic eyes, that beautiful green gaze and gold hue in his right and left eye, he's going to stare deeply into Pepper's friggin' soul and say, Pepper, it took me too long to say this to you, but I have a confession to make.
So just to she's gonna be bright red. She was following along on tiptoes a little strangely. And she's smiling and laughing and having a very, very good time for the first time today. And when you say that, she is bright red, kind of just. She kind of leans in. She's kind of like, okay, I had an idea. The idea is kind of not an idea anymore. But she's gonna respond to be like, well, what do you have to say then, Arwyn?
And he's not going to say anything, and he just leans in and kisses her.
She will, no hesitation, kiss back.
Well, let's stop that there before it gets too out of PG. Basil.
Like that's gonna be any more PG.
Thank God everyone's eating and doing their own thing. Basil, Maximilian leads you into his private chambers. Now that I've got you all alone, there's been news. He pulls out a like envelope slash missive rolled up parchment and from his drawers nearby and hands it to you. This came by the usual way, and it is news which I think you would want to hear, as your name is, at least in part, scribbled upon it.
Oh, who is it from? As he's like unfolding the letter to start reading.
One, Aurelia, insert last name here.
I have her last name somewhere. I'll find it later. Aurelia, my mentor. What is she? Okay. I read the letter.
It is a not so much a letter, so much as a missing persons notice, and it is for you. It's got your likeness inscribed upon it, in very great detail. And there is just if you have information, reach out to Aurelia. This person's been missing for a couple years, just trying to find out where they went.
Basil's hands are kind of shaking. Just, damn it. I knew. I didn't know how long it would be there, but I knew it would be something. Okay. I guess I have a way to contact her now, so I should guess I need to do that soon. Max, thank you so much for showing this to me. I've been wondering what's been going on at home for a while. We haven't really had a time to stop and get my bearings enough to figure out a way to get in touch with her, but thank you.
Yes, in 2 weeks' time, if you're back here at my house, a portal will be opening to the Fey Wilds. So just keep that in mind on your timeline should you have need for getting back or getting in touch with someone.
Oh, wow, how are you getting a portal to open here?
There is a sliver between the two worlds out back of my house. And that's one of the reasons I purchased this property in the first place, is there's that sliver, but it only opens wide enough for someone to get in or out for about 3 minutes once every 3 months.
Yeah, thank you so much. I like I said, we've been kind of going nonstop. I haven't even had a chance to stop and think about finding a way to go home. It's been a few years there now, so that's a lot. Okay. Basil's just like he's kind of like processing the information because he in the back of his head he's always been thinking this, like he knew it was going to be something, but didn't know because time being weird, different all over. It could have been a week, could have been 300 years, but at least it's not super long.
Yeah, and
Well,
seeing your distress, Maximilian does like kind of console you and offer that well, at the very least, it hasn't been so much time since you've left that, people have died and empires have fallen and new ones have raised. So that is good news for as you know.
yes. There are really only two people there that would even care that I was missing, and that's Aurelia and my mother. But with what's going on here, we've probably got to figure that out soon. Because did you see Sky out there?
Oh yes,
Um,
I noticed there was some day and night nonsense going on here that's kind of confusing.
yeah, and I mean, we're from the Feywild. You think we'd be used to it, but that's weird here. I got so used to a normal time schedule. But yeah, the um woman whose name we shall not speak is apparently
Here
doing
in
something.
town, planning and plotting can't be for
Yeah.
anything good. All of the
Uh,
information I've gleaned on the topic is dire news indeed. I am doing my best to assist where I can, which is not in the per se sense of doing combat. My combat days are more or less behind me, but there are other ways of subterfuge to be involved.
um, that's amazing. It takes a like you have to really care to step up for somewhere that's not really even home. We're trying to do something about it as well. Don't know what that is yet. That's sort of why I think we're being hunted right now, ish. Sort of. There's a list of things. But if you have any leads or know of ways that we can help out around, I'm sure the rest of my party would be happy to lend a hand. And you mentioned that you have a way to get papers, possibly.
Yes, I have a contact. He is very flamboyant, has been way too active in days of late. His name is Jerome. He's with the Thieves Guild.
Okay. And sorry, I don't remember. Did Basil hear Jerome's name back when all the stuff happened with Pick? Did Pick tell him his name? I think he did.
Was that relayed pick?
I don't remember. I feel like he did just very hastily say the name.
Yeah, that would probably track then.
Checking.
Just like a yeah.
And double checking. I'm pretty sure in my notes I have Jerome in here as you.
I could be wrong, but I vaguely remember Pick explaining who that was to Fereydun and Basil.
Okay,
I believe
just
that's what
we'll
happened.
go with that then.
We'll go with that. So Basil recognizes the name. Oh, you have contacts with the Thieves Guild?
Yes, it's actually not too far from here. You just have to look for the symbol. The symbol is going to get you in, and you just have to say the passphrase to get into the Thieves Guild.
Oh, wow, that's fun, sneaky, subterfuge, love it. Um, would is that something you'd be willing to tell me, or do you need to make an introduction first?
I'm afraid it's only information I can share with someone who's a member of the Thieves Guild. Secrecy and stuff, as you may understand, but also the magic of secrecy.
Yep, contracts, those are fun. I think a member of my party might have ties with them, so you might be able to share it with him.
How serendipitous.
Isn't it though? Sorry, we've been on my stuff for so long, but congratulations on your big deal you were talking about.
Absolutely, I appreciate that. I had invited over a client who has been behind in payments for some time, and through the delicacy of our people, I've convinced them to invest a large sum of money into my business and affairs. And so I will soon be moving to a larger home and keeping this just kind of for the sake of its locale. But I should be moving up to the second tier here in the next week or so.
Oh, that's really exciting. Would I know who the client is? Is it someone from this plane?
It is someone from this plane. It's just a contact client I have, as I've had some investments in the port and shipping industry.
Oh,
I've been moving artifacts.
oh, that's that's fun. Um, what?
Not to be confused with the Antiquities of Sylver. That's
Oh,
my number one competitor in business, and we both know who runs that organization.
Oh no.
yeah, we do. So funny story. We feel like you might get a kick out of this. We stole one of their boats, and I now have employees. We have employees with a boat with some of their goods.
Hmm. That would be a wonderful treasure to behold, especially if it's one of their several missing ships that has there's this wonderful artist who created these beautiful hand-stitched carpets and rugs, just beautiful one-of-a-kind treasures. And a few of the ships that were bearing these pieces of mercantile have gone missing. So if it was one of those, that would be fortuitous indeed.
There were some rugs on the ship. I think one of them got damaged though.
Damaged or not, I guarantee they're priceless.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, the people on the boat I think were very unhappy with their employers, and one of them, I forget her name at the moment. Insert name here. She agreed to work for us for whatever reason. I'll give him his name. Give him the name whenever I find that page in my notes. Um, yeah, if you happen to have contacts at the port and they come in, please tell her that um, uh,
You don't have contact with your own shipping. How do you collect your payments?
yeah, this all happened very fast, and we were attacked by an avatar of the scary lady who's currently taking over the city. So a couple things fell through the cracks. Um, Also, I don't know. I mean, my family runs businesses, obviously, and I know how all of that stuff works, but there's a lot going on, so it's been low on the list of priorities.
Why, I think that you truly are one of the best people out there. If you're out trying to save the world when selling one rug would set you aside with enough money for life. So I truly do admire you and your journey to save the world, or as it were.
Well, thank you. I'm
It
more worried
sits,
about my friends.
sits on edge of bed, beckons. This talk of business has got me all bothered.
Oh dear. Business gets him going. Cool. Yeah, I'll sit on the bed next to him. Basil's still a little like not shaken up, but he's like very much in his own head, just kind of thinking things over.
You seem tense. Let me give you a neck massage. That should help ease the stress.
Oh yeah, he's all for it.
All right, we're going to cut back to everyone else. Pick, how is it going on the piano?
Well, if it's still the 22, I'm assuming that he's just absolutely charmed.
Yeah, I mean,
Um,
this is one of the longest parts of music you've ever heard consistently played without an ending in your life.
and I'm enjoying it. I enjoyed my cake. I'm enjoying listening to it. Um, Still a little bit like, yeah, we can totally do Arwyn's big noble stuff and Mr. Hot Pants. It's like, okay. He's pouting a little bit, but not too much. He's just like, whatever. We're not kidnapped. We're fine, mostly. Um, yeah.
Hmm.
So he's just sitting here and enjoying the music.
Beautiful.
I'm having
The
choke
pianist is going to abruptly stop playing on a dissonant chord performed at a 22 performance check, so that it sounds natural, as though it was intended to end that way. And she's going to swivel to look directly at you
Ah,
and put out a hand in introduction.
hello,
Hello, my name is Quid.
Quid.
Yes. Hello.
Hello, I am Pick.
What a lovely name. We could be friends, Pick. Did you like my music?
I did. I've never heard anyone play piano so pretty.
I made it up as I went along.
What?
Yeah, I made it up as I went along. Isn't that so cool?
That is really impressive.
I come here because Max is such good food and it just unlocks the true musician within me.
What did your cake taste like?
Oh, they're just honey cakes, the kind my mom used to make, right?
Oh, mine tasted like peach cream cake.
Sounds marvelous. I could go for some of that too.
He holds up his cake. Or the half that he broke off earlier. Well, I have some. I mean,
And since it's what she desires to taste, it is what she tastes. This is marvelous. It's just what you thought it was. It's just what you said it would be. I think I need to play more music. Time to make a new one. And she begins playing again. Not so elegantly this time.
no.
We
Have you
went from
been-
having like just a beautiful Tchaikovsky symphony sound to like chopsticks.
Oof,
Oh.
rolled bad.
Ugh.
Fereydun, how are you doing over there in the chair by the books?
Oh, so happy about this cake. Currently trying to find a book in Loxodon.
In Loxodon?
Yes, are there any of
There
these
are
covers that I
3.
can read?
Yep, there are 3 in that language.
Marvelous! What are the books?
One is specifically about Loxodon medicine. One is about Loxodon, a mother's guide to home care and cooking.
Okay.
And one is a children's book about a dragon who drops presents off for good children once a year.
Hmm. Are there any what looks to be easy readers in common?
Yes, there is. There appears to be a history book of Spire in common. There seems to be a manual of some sort in common for some sort of machine that flies. And there also appears to be a book in common about how to read maps.
I think Fereydun would read the History of Spire book.
All right.
So he's just sitting down, munching on cake, reading a book about Spire.
You're gonna get one fact about Spire from reading this book.
Cool.
Yeah, so just whenever you decide what that is, you let me know. And Pepper and Arwyn are having a makeout sesh right now. How's that going, you guys?
Very good.
Yes, let's go with that.
Are you just continuing to do that in the middle of the room?
Actually, he's going to so he's gonna break off a kiss for a second. Pepper, you see this wild look in his eyes as he's staring at you, just like there's something there, and it's dying to come out.
Was something there that wasn't there before?
Yes, something there that wasn't there before.
I'm sorry to ruin your moment, but I just couldn't resist.
No, I love
You set it up so perfectly.
There's something that there wasn't there before. Yes, Beauty and the Beast reference. So
Lust. It was lust.
it was less. Anyway, he's gonna. Yes, he's gonna look around for another door or room.
This is a large mansion with one attached bedroom.
Oh God. Okay.
You do note, however, that in the corner, kind of far off books, can't speak, sorry. The books, there is in fact kind of just like this drape with a bunch of cushions underneath it. It's like it's not a sheer, it's like a thick, very hefty drape of satyr make. And greens and browns that is kind of has a whole bunch of cushions behind it on the floor with kind of like glittery, sparkly, floating lights that are just kind of floating midair.
Perfect.
Dancing lights, per se.
Perfect. He's gonna grab Pepper's hand. And he's just gonna drag her behind the curtain.
Traveling's gonna wave as y'all go by. Help us.
All right, well, that happened. Um,
I'm assuming that these drapes are not soundproof.
I know, I did not say that at all.
Sorry.
Oh boy. However, the piano is being played and perhaps could be played louder. I mean, if you just ask, I suppose.
I
Anyone know a
suppose
jaunty
the
tune?
question.
Are you actually two getting it on? Is that what's going on, Arwyn?
Yeah.
I need to know your
This is a
intent for the
question
length of
for
time.
both of them.
Yes, intent is to get it on. Pepper, I'm gonna be DMing you things, if that's okay.
That's fine. 'Cause I'm trying to see what the intent is, because depending, she may or may not pump the brakes, but Lord knows. She's not a
Yeah,
person.
you didn't ask. Does Pepper consent to such
Vulgar acts.
diabolical intentions?
Look, the
Your
deep
devilish
desire...
intentions, you Asmodeus simp.
To go die in a corner.
Well, you're
We
already
got
in a
Moody
corner,
Simp on
so
can we pump the brakes for a second and kind of backtrack? Yes, he is gonna take her behind the curtains. He is gonna set her down, but he, when he gets down to her level, he's gonna look at Pepper and ask, "Whatever happens, are you going to be okay with this?"
What is this? Are you signaling to yourself for the situation?
Pepper, I want to make love to you.
He's just holding up a strap.
He pulls out a strap.
I'm gonna go help me.
The corner, I love it.
Pepper is gonna look at him and be like, you know, I don't want that offer off the table. Considering the fact this is just a curtain, and if I move it, I can see Fereydun. I have some issues with that.
I can be as quiet as I can.
Oh my god.
It's like trying to bang in front of your dad.
I was gonna say, Fereydun, I'm just seeing the ultimate meme potential of like them behind the curtain. There's the little sliver in it, and they both look in it, and then on the other side, it's just, you know, when cats and pets give you the dead fucking eye stare from across the room. Like, they know you're gonna do something naughty, and they just deadpan stare at you without blinking. This is how I'm imagining Fereydun, just like,
Fereydun's reading a book, you guys. Jeez. He's not doing any watching.
Oh my god.
Oh, I just spit out my water and choked at it at the same time. This session's gonna kill me. He says that. Let's see what this bitch does. She's gonna look at him and be like, how quiet is quiet? I don't know if I can be quiet.
Oh, that.
Hmm. Arwyn, roll a perception.
Sure. Oh, that's not good. 10.
Oh yeah, well I mean you're in a very small space and you're just kind of looking around the space, just kind of with peripheral. And you notice out of the corner of your eye that there's a series of objects for what you're trying to do that could be useful in this scenario.
Okay. He's gonna grab a particular gag. If she's okay with it. He presents as like, you can I'm assuming you can, you can use this to, and he puts it over, he puts his own hand over his mouth to like demonstrate what it's supposed to do.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna roll. All right. She's gonna kind of look at him and be like, "All right, if you walk me through it, cause I will confess something to you now, Arwyn. I don't get out much."
Well,
I mean,
lucky
I
for
travel.
you. Well, lucky for you. Before I met all of you, I have.
Lucky for you, I'm a whore.
I mean, basically, his time at the brothels, he's been with both kinds. He swings both ways.
Oh.
Actually, he swings always, but anyway.
Arwyn's a professional in the art of loxodon lovemaking.
Oh
Lord.
my god. Okay. So.
God, that's so awkward.
Why don't this is that's beautiful. That's the one pick.
Oh God, no pick.
Let's see if we can change up the music.
Yeah.
Yep, we can change up the music. It's now just a lilting love song. It's in G major.
oh, I was gonna
little bit
say,
too happy.
Habanera came into my head, but that's a little too sexy, so.
Okay. Alright. Obviously it's gonna be like a slow build, so obviously.
Oh my god, y'all!
Y'all.
She's gonna
Y'all.
try
Fade to black.
This was
Fade to black. Fade to black.
yeah. If Pepper's gonna
Fade to
trust him,
black.
then we're not gonna go any further than that.
No.
Thank you.
Yep, fade to black. Fade to black.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Fereydun, do you have a fact about Spire you'd like to be having gleaned from this book?
Dang it. I would like because it's the
The book
history.
about the history of Spire, just there's chapters on the making of the different tiers, as well as the aqueducts that run under them and city planning to facilitate access to the waterways and water from any tier, despite where you are. There's also sections on different factions and organizations that have thrived, including some small sections that aren't very large about the Thieves Guild. There's a large section about the Fighters Guild. There's a section literally titled Colosseum. There's a section about the Mages University, the Bards University, and then also just the founding up.
I think I would like to read about the aqueducts.
Ah, okay. While you're reading during all of the shenanigans going on in the various parts of this house, you will be able to glean that there are aqueducts.
Oh no, he died.
Oh no.
Sorry, I disappeared, but I'm back. You were able to read that there's aqueducts that run through all parts of the city, and the only part of the city that is not accessible through these aqueducts is, in fact, the cathedral atop the first tier, which is the seat of power. Everyone else, or every other location within the city, has piping or tunnels or like maintenance shafts that can be accessed from basically anywhere in the city.
Ooh. Does it have maps?
It does not.
Mm.
But it does state that all of the information can be acquired at the local library or the library of the university.
Maybe
Which,
Arwyn has a library card.
The library university's address is in fact on there. It's in the northern district of the first tier. It is affiliated with the University of the second tier, but is on the first tier to become so it is more accessible to people of all creed.
I'll have to ask Arwyn if he has a library card. Whoa, I just saw him go back behind the curtain. JK, I'm not gonna do that. What?
Okay. Well, I think that Pepper and Arwen are out for the night and are going to have a long rest where they're at. Let's jump back to Basil and Mac. Is there anything else you wanted to do before a long rest, Basil? Any other information to glean? Anything you want to do?
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Dirty
I guess while he's
birdies.
like giving me a back rub, I'll just kind of ask him for like general information about Spire, as like awkward small talk, like where the Bard College is, because I need to find info on this egg.
To find info on the hag?
Egg.
Yes, actually, there is a dragon's nursery, and it is located at the first tier in the back of the cathedral. It is where all of the city's drakes are bred and raised and trained. Because the city guard does in fact utilize drakes for less clandestine encounters.
That is good to know. Cool. I'll call Aurelia. Oh, hold on. 1 second. Okay, so cool with all this going where it is, but in like before like Basil actually goes to sleep, he is gonna like use sending to contact Aurelia so I don't burn a spell slot for tomorrow.
Okay. Sounds good. Just a hey, I'm here, I'm not dead type of thing.
Yeah, just like Aurelia transported to Spire, material plane, trying to get home soon. That's
The
I'm
army.
safe-ish.
Alrighty. And let me double check one thing really quick. Please bear with me. She answers you immediately. It's late, super tired. Glad to hear from you. Hope to see you soon.
Pretty short for someone who's been missing for 2 years, but hey. I am just a cat.
You're just a cat who didn't hear it. Sending the spell operates with the ability to communicate with 25 words or less.
Oh.
Cool beans. Pick, was there anything else you wanted to do before a long rest?
I would like to. Is there a backyard?
Yes, there is.
I'd like to check out the backyard.
You have to go out the window that you are nearest to.
This one?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, you don't have to make a whole backyard. You can just.
There you go. That's the whole backyard.
Okay, cool. It's very small. I guess I am kind of looking to see if there's any places or any ways that people could just come like sneak in and out of the house. I'm feeling pretty vulnerable after the last couple days.
Okay, roll a perception.
20 dirty.
While you're looking around, you see about 100 yards away, because the backyard is just a clear open field with very sparsely planted small bushes, not native to the area. There's no tall trees you're able to see a long distance. And like about 100 yards away is the wall to the second tier. And kind of in the wall, there's an inlaid image or design depiction which you would immediately recognize as the symbol for the Thieves Guild in the wall. Additionally, you'd note that around the house, everything looks very secure. The house itself is got a thatched roof, but it appears that it's the thatching is all on top of wood planks, preventing it from being a accessible entrance. And aside of the windows and the doors, there doesn't appear to be any way in or out of this home.
Okay. So what I would like. So how far away is the symbol on the wall?
You could move there in 2 run actions.
So full ass like double moves.
Yes. So it's a little bit of ways. I mean, you could get there and back in probably 5 minutes. No, 2 minutes? Yeah, 2 minutes.
Against
think that's-
better judgment, I am gonna go investigate the symbol.
Beautiful. Double check the thing. There is a small inscription in Thieves' Cant written underneath the symbol on the wall. And the inscription reads, "When you stare into the abyss, ...
Can I read Thieves' Cant?
You can, actually.
Okay.
Given your background in this organization, Even though you're not a rogue, they did teach it to you so that you'd be of use to them. Otherwise, what good are you?
Okay, so I can add thieves' cant to my languages.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Oh my gosh, Beyond. I'm gonna slap you in the face. Let me type the thing. Fudge. Okay, so one more time, what was it? What did it say?
It says when you stare into the abyss, ...
The abyss stares back.
Did you just say that out loud?
Yeah.
Well, before you, the panel glows, kind of a magical green, and the door appears around the shape. The door being about 4 feet tall and made of stone. It opens and swings slightly inward, but doesn't open fully.
Okay. Is there a way for me to close the door? I'm not ready to go in it yet.
No, there does not appear to be a way to close the door immediately.
God damn it. I don't want to just leave it fucking open, but I don't want to go through it either. I would like to. Where's the other thing on my sheet? I made it bigger and now I can't see. Crap. I'd like to throw a ball bearing through the door.
Okay. After doing so, the door closes of its own accord, and the outline of it fades, and then just the symbol and this inscription remain.
Okay, I'm gonna go back to the hut.
All right. Mansion. It is definitely not a hut. This is a lot larger than most other poor people's homes.
Cool. I'm gonna go back through the thing and I'm gonna go sit by Fereydun. I'm like, Fereydun. Hey, Fereydun.
Yes, speak.
I'm sorry to interrupt your reading, but
I am learning many things about aqueducts and the fact that did you know there is a water system that goes between every tier of the city? So I mean, if one were clever, we could just get through the aqueducts. The layouts are in the library.
or I can just escort us to the Thieves Guild and we can have them escort us into the second tier of the city.
Are you
I found the
sure you
door.
want this?
I'm nervous, but I know that the guild has a really, really nice library there too. And I used to spend a lot of time there. And I guess I have a friend?
Yes, yes, you do have a friend.
Ah, in the vernacular, you know a guy.
Girl, yeah, I know a gal.
You know a person.
Yeah. She's a librarian.
Ooh. These are generally nice people, librarians, yes?
She's a little quirky.
Alright.
But,
I mean, if that is going to be the quicker way.
She might have access to those blueprint aqueduct things, or she might be able to cash in some favors to get us to the second tier, or some forged paperwork.
This would be marvelous, yes.
Where did everybody else go?
Well, Vic, apparently today is a day that everybody has chosen to be bonkers, and it is now suddenly spring. I don't wish to speak of it further, but peoples are being nasties.
Oh, so it's like Zuko Zuko's book.
Yes. And he's so scratchy. I am pretending to not have ears currently.
Would you like earplugs?
I would love. I would love this. Thank you. Yes, I would very much like the earplugs.
Ted, I will figure out how to make Fereydun earplugs.
Okay.
I mean, if you want to, I could just read Zuko's book really loudly.
I don't know that it would be better.
No, but it might stop the noises that are making you uncomfortable. And he's grinning like a little shit.
As much as I would like the noises and sounds to stop, I feel like outside influence to stop this is not a good plan. You see, when one moron loves another, sometimes they do.
Intercourse. I know it's sexist, Fereydun. I've told you, I've seen it before. It's weird.
Then I need not explain further. You are a knowledgeable young man, yes. I do not need to speak of it. I will just ignore it. You know what we could do? We could move these chairs to the other side of the house.
I mean, the backyard's not big, but it's there. And that's outside. Is there any adventuring novels in there?
Maybe.
Zach, is there any adventuring novels on the bookshelves?
yes, there is.
Oh my god, Pick is gonna take them.
Grab a book. We
Um,
will take these cushions to the outdoors.
He will do that, and he will lay out the bedroll, his bedroll, so they can sit on it, so it's not just sitting on the ground.
Yeah, so it's like...
He's gonna take some more cake from the table.
Yes, it is more cake. We have taken the chair cushions and the bedrolls to make a little nook outside. Away from all of the thisness that is people being amorous in
Birds and bees,
physical
baby!
fashions.
Buzz, buzz. Like, congrats to y'all, but I'm built different.
Is this a door?
Yeah, you just go through the window. Zach has to
I
put us through
cannot.
it.
It's an
Yeah,
invisible wall,
it's
so I got
not
you.
All right.
We came
So
to this
pick
lovely
up-
house to sit outside. Hi,
I
cat.
know. So while they're out here, though, Pick will point out the symbol on the wall, and he's like,
Hmm.
"So, that's it. The thing over there. What I was talking about inside.
Ah.
We
Okay.
have to go there."
Wow. So, like, where we need to go is just right here. That is so convenient.
A little bit, but it's not really shocking. They have doors everywhere. It's how they come and go so quickly. Which makes the whole bag thing really demeaning. As if I couldn't find a door.
I mean,
Oh my god, I couldn't find a door.
but
Puts
now
face in hands.
But now you couldn't find the door. I'm proud of you now for your door finding skills. That was you in the past before discovering Lyra's light. You were young and in the dark.
Fereydun, you're laying it on a little thick.
I
but
am sorry.
I
I am
appreciate.
I am just trying to cope. Here, let us continue reading. I have some more cake and sleep.
Here's your title of your book that you pulled, Pick.
The Epic Adventures of Fink Finnegan, the Swashbuckler of the Tabaxi Homeland. A pop-up choose-your-own ending tale of daring endeavor! Yeah! So, Pick is going to let Vela and the Tree Mimic out of wherever they've been hiding out so they can get some stretchy time. He's going to give them some cake and food because he's a good friendo. He's like,
Could the-
Fereydun,
could
look
the-
at this, and he opens the book to the pop-up.
This is fantastic.
Every page is a pop-up, including the author and artist names, which are also pop-up
Oh,
pages.
interactive.
Oh, is it bad that I'm thinking about taking this book?
You should
I don't think you'd miss
probably. You should probably ask.
But what if he says no?
Then you may be able to find another copy of the book somewhere else. Maximilian has been a good host. It would be very rude to take his book without asking.
I guess. That's true. But it's a cool book. Look at this Tabaxi hero.
It's a very cool book.
I mean, I think you're kind of cooler, but
Oh, big.
turns the page.
You think I am cooler than what is this Finnegans?
Yeah. You are really good at fighting. You're super good at fighting. You do it with rhinestones, so it's really sparkly.
Aw.
And you talk down a whole ass dragon. That's
Fereydun just has just the snuggliest, biggest eyes.
you're really brave, and I hope I can be a good hero like you one day.
I
Hides in
believe
his-
that you will.
Hides in his collar.
Marvelous.
All right. Well, we're going to call that the long rest then, you all. Before we
Woohoo!
pop up into the morning, I think this is a good spot to take a short break for everyone if you need to get up and stretch your legs.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I do need to visit the restroom.
Can you
And-
pause the recording, please?
Yes.
I'll be
And-
watching.
Oh, that is disconcerting. But we're back.
The next day, we wake up to find a beautiful dark sky above us.
Hmm.
Oh, okay.
Fereydun and Pick, being that you slept outside against the outside of the house, it is safe to say you first noticed that you are well rested, but it is still nighttime for some reason in the sky above. Do note, in fact, that the sun is in the sky, it's just not producing any light, and it is next to the moon and the other moon.
Wait, what? Pick?
What?
Fereydun rubs his eyes really hard. Does he still see two moons and a sun?
Yep.
There's something odd going on with the sky.
Looks up. Yeah, that's pretty weird.
I don't believe that all three of these things should be. I mean, number one, there's one too many. Number two, they should not be in the sky at the same time. I feel we need to expedite our efforts.
Yup. Do you think the others are up yet?
I suppose we can find out. Are we climbing back in through the window?
There's a door there. Zach just didn't put it on the map.
Oh.
Because he didn't expect anybody to go outside.
I should. Pick does jump through a lot of windows. I should just start
This is
expecting
true.
it.
Sorry. It's a character flaw.
Is the
but
gal
yeah.
still at the piano? No. Okay.
No.
But yeah, is anybody else up, or are we the first ones up?
You're the first ones up today. Basil and Maximilian are also up. They're at the table having breakfast presently with the half-orc and just kind of hanging out.
Oh, Fereydun's gonna put back his books and put the cushions back on the chairs.
The food on the table is gone from the night before. And it is replaced with regular breakfast fare of a nice dry mead, coffee, and various prepared ways of eggs and breakfast cake. But nothing from the night before is on the table or any sign of
Eggs.
it.
It has been so long since I have had eggs. May we partake in breakfast?
Oh, feel free, my honored guest. I got to pick
Basil.
Basil's mind last night and learned as much as I could about my wonderful guests in my home.
Mmm.
Basil, can I eat the food?
Yeah, yes, Pick. Yes, you're good.
You say that
you
in
could have
mid like egg shovel.
Pick. Max here knows someone at the Thieves Guild that may be able to help us.
Oh, I also found the door to get in, so I mean we could go. Just go.
Oh,
But who does he know?
Ah, my friend Jerome.
That guy's a dick. All right, what about him?
Oh, I'm acquainted with him and occasionally will get information from him. He has a acquaintance within the Thieves Guild who is able to draw up documents for people such as yourselves who do not have paper.
Okay, cool. So when was the last time you saw Jerome? And are you friends?
Acquaintance. And I spoke with him yesterday morning.
Okay. I've also talked to him recently. Probably not as recently as you, but what a dick. Anyways, yeah, I mean, if you can get us in touch with him, that might be. I mean, or we can just go to the Thieves Guild and find him. I'm sure he's there, goofing off or something. I don't know, fuck him.
There's
Noises.
if you're not able to find him, he does, run about the city with the various information gurus and the trysts that he partakes in. You could look for his contact, which I do have his name if you'd like, if you do find yourself amongst the peerage of the
Sure.
guild. The person you want for papers is Terrence the Typist.
Terrence?
The Typist.
Okay. Coolio. Love that. A plus.
He's a wonderful addition to the Thieves Guild, a recent graduate from the Artificers College.
Oh, neat.
Created this wonderful device upon which he types and produces words on pieces of parchment.
Uh-huh.
It's ingenious, really.
Okay. Cool. Well, we'll have to look for him, so thanks, Maximilian.
Absolutely. No, the Artificers College is one of the best places to study in the city. Don't need magical aptitude to be a genius.
So I have a question, unrelated. So there's this pop-up book, and can I have it?
Oh, you found that book. It has. Let me ask you, did you enjoy it?
Yes.
And you're friends with Basil here.
Yes. I mean, Basil, are we friends? Puppy dog eyes.
yes, Pick. We are absolutely friends.
I
There you
don't
go.
see the harm in that. Just promise me, since it is one of a kind, you'll take the utmost of care of it.
Yeah, of course. It's too cool to like let something bad happen to it. I mean, look at this thing. Whips out the pop-up book so Basil can see it.
Wow, that's something. Would I know about this book or anything about it?
Are you just looking at it, cursory glance, looking at it? What are you looking at?
Is Vic handing it to me, or is he just like opening it in my face?
I am opening it in your face. Like, hey, look at
Okay.
this beautiful thing.
Yeah,
But
I
it's
guess I'm
close
just
enough
looking
you
at
can
it.
grab it if you want it. Like, he's not going to stop you from taking it from him.
Okay, yeah, I guess I'll grab it and kind of flip through.
While you're just giving a cursory glance, Basil, being one who's a little more in tune with detail, you'll notice that the inside cover is inscribed with a signature by the author, and it says, "To my sweetest Sybil, your loving father, Maximilian."
Yes.
Hold on, I'm writing notes. Basil's gonna kind of raise an eyebrow and kind of look at Max. Just, are you sure it's okay to give this book away?
Yeah, the kind of looks down and away from you. The one for who it was intended is no longer with us. So if someone's able to find joy in this, then that would make me happy.
I'm so sorry, Max. I didn't know. That's
Oh, no. Like she lived a very full life. But I was here in the material plane and she lived her life elsewhere.
Pick is so
Ah.
confused. Like, what?
I see. Well, if you're willing, I can vouch for Pick. He'll take really good care of it. He loves adventure stories.
And Papa
I'll
looks
slide.
at and seeing of it.
This is actually the first pop-up book I've ever seen. It's amazing. I love it. So you're telling me they make more of these things?
Yes, it's a recent development in the last 20 years. I did my own little stint at the Artificers College and learned about some different forms of printing and bookmaking.
It's really cool. There's a lot of art in this. I mean, most people be
Yeah.
like, oh, this is for kids. But no, this is actually really artistically cool. Just comes at you.
Marvelous. Well, I hope I'm not keeping you from your many adventures. Basil was informing me that for some reason you all are taking on the entity that shall not be named in service to the world, and that's quite the endeavor. Breakfast is on me, of course, and should you need a safe house, as long as I'm home, you're welcome to stay.
Thank you.
That is so kind.
Weren't there more of you?
Oh yeah, where are the other two?
Well, they
They're
were
in the
having
corner.
an intimate encounter yesterday.
Maximilian raises an eyebrow. Oh, got to the cakes, did they?
I don't know that the cake had anything to do with it besides a general push.
I did warn them not to touch the cake.
I mean, we had to go outside.
I
So,
wished not to hear the things I may have heard.
Good morning, sleepyheads.
Arwyn like cracks an eye open as he rolls over onto his back after because he had been big spooning Pepper, let's say. So yes, they were spooning. He was the big spoon.
He is going to grab a blanket that is covering you and just pull it. All right, time to get dressed, children.
What time is it?
Pepper is gonna
Morning.
jump at
Morning
that.
doesn't wait for anyone.
Ugh. He's gonna grab a blanket, wrap it around his waist.
Pepper's probably gonna just scramble and just be like, "Oh Lord."
And he's just gonna just tie that around his waist and just saunter over to the table.
So, Arwen, do you have any of your like branding stuff on your front, or is it just your bag?
Oh yeah, it's just the front.
It's just on the front.
Yeah, it's just on the front.
Hey, Arwen, what's all that?
He looks down, looks at Pick, realizes, oh, you can see it in his face. His face kind of drops a little bit as the realization hits. It's it's
It's from the big devil dude, isn't it?
he kind of gives Pick the side eye.
Devil? She got dressed as fast as possible, and she is offering him his tunic, because that's probably the first
He
thing. she
snatches it quickly and puts it over his. He quickly puts it on.
But she's gonna kind of look at Arwen, look at Pick. What devil?
Oh,
He turns around to if she was standing behind him and not at his side. Well, I mean, he turns to her anyway. He turns to her and says, remember that one name I muttered the morning after
Yeah, the
my
deity
hangover?
deity
Yes.
that you learned in school.
Well, it's a little more than that. He kind of like looks around and
Pick is looking at him like, "What you gonna say, Arwen? What you gonna say, boy?"
he's like he's actively trying to not look at Pepper. He's looking down. He's humming and on and well, he is my patron. And he looks up at her as he says patron.
Okay. I mean, that's reasonable. I mean, what do you offer to him? I mean, is it like Helm, where I have to just spread the word of Helm? Do you just spread the word of Asmodeus, was it?
Yep.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Pepper, but not
Yeah.
Arvin. Pepper, can you do me a quick favor?
Yes,
Can you please roll a con save?
certainly.
Great, thanks.
That is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10
Oh, thank
final.
you.
Okay. Okay. She's gonna kind of accept this as answer. And she's gonna kind of nudge him. How about on our way to where we're going, you tell me more about what that word is, but maybe you should get dressed.
Yes, you're absolutely right. And then he shuffles back. Oh God. No, I don't want my holy shit, I can bring up my character sheet in here?
You can bring up a
It's
character
not.
sheet. It's not
It's not
necessarily accurate.
yours because it's not got any of
Yeah.
your stuff on it.
I was just madly clicking things. Okay, yeah, he's just gonna get dressed, blip, 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 and then he's gonna come back out fully dressed.
Basil's putting eggs into his mouth. About damn time.
Everling is next to you, nodding.
I slide Dapper like a copper.
Was there a bet going on?
Quid yells from the door as she is exiting. Thanks so much for the breakfast, Maximilian. Pleasure to meet you, Pick, last night. I hope my music was to your pleasing. I'm gonna go to the Coliseum and watch some fights today. Toodle-doo.
Ooh.
We have things to do. As much as I want to go fight, really bad.
We have. Oh, I suppose no problem. Perhaps there is today 2 moons and a lightless sun in the sky.
Oh,
Does
that's
that
not
sound
good.
familiar, Zach?
What?
I said, does that sound familiar to Basil?
Sure does. Sounds a lot like home.
I'm gonna look at Max and just be like, oh, that's not good.
It's not, but as you may recall, until there's 7 moons, I think we're okay.
7?
There are 7 moons in the Feywilds.
It's not per se 7 moons in the Feywild, but it's, if I'm understanding the correspondence and information I've managed to gather so far, there will be 7 moons when the ritual's complete.
Hmm.
That's not good. We need to take it down. Now.
Um, oh dear.
I mean, to be fair, it seems that every 2 days there has been a new moon that didn't belong since this madness has begun. So one could surmise that we only have 10 days left until everything's about to change.
Hmm.
If I was a
Having it.
scholar, which I'm not, if I was though.
Okay. It is good to know that you are good at math. Having a timeline is good though, because then we can plan better.
True.
But
It is my only parting information before I shush you out for the ability to get to my business of the day. That the information I'm currently trying to gather is when the ritual does complete, how do we undo it? So should you fail, which seems very likely by the by the children amongst you, keep it in your pants. But I'm not one to judge. I'm not one to keep it in my pants myself either.
Okay, get to the point.
Arwyn's gonna glare at him a little bit.
this is ageist.
But should you young ones not perish in the coming days, um, and fail, epically fail, we should have a backup plan, hopefully.
Or if Feywild and Material Plane are conjoined? Or
Oh, for sure. There's definitely got to be a way to sever. Just a really big knife or something.
Yeah, if only there was a really big knife that somebody had that could maybe take care of a problem such as Granny Pluto. Ooh, jeez. Oh, there's just like
did we
not a
get-
very big there's just not a very big knife
You know
in
what?
the world like this.
I
No,
think we
no,
should
no.
go. We have overstayed our welcome.
Yeah, you may get back to
Fuck
your
this
businesses.
guy.
It's fine, yes. Verity's just gonna stiffly stand up, walk away. Out the door. We needs to go to the guild to find the libraries. Is that the half-orc lady or somebody else?
Oh, somebody else.
Hmm.
All right, it seems my whatever time of day it is, morning appointment has survived Basil. I wish you the greatest of adieu, and do call on me again. It's been a pleasure.
It certainly has. Thank you again for all of your help, Max. I appreciate it.
Thanks for the massage, Max.
She's
Oh, I guess I'll make Pepper's hair not red still. Just assume I'm doing that.
she was just gonna put her hood up. She's not asking you to do it.
When are we just gonna get you fucking hair dye? Damn. That'd be so much easier.
Well, she's not asking for the black hair. She's just content with putting her hood up.
We need a better long-term solution.
I mean,
Yes, I would like my cloak back.
Whoa.
Bitch, you got the pussy. You're not getting it back.
It's gone the way of boyfriend hoodies of the past,
yeah, essentially.
who never return.
Okay, I can get myself a new one. It's fine.
Exactly.
I have the money.
Well, see, Arwyn, you'll get it back when it stops smelling like you. And then it's useless. And so it will be given back so that you can re-stink it up with boyfriend stink, and then she'll retake it again. That's how this
So
always
what are we
goes.
doing today?
Oh,
Going to the hospital.
we're going this way. Zach, I don't know where that symbol was in relation to the big map, so if you would take me there, I would appreciate it.
Behind the house,
Oh,
which
it's right
we
here.
were
Okay.
just in.
Da, 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 da,
If
da.
you get off the symbol, you can see what it is. The one you recognized immediately.
Da-da-da-da.
Oh,
Is
Lord.
that from Skyrim?
Yes.
All right.
And now we go into oblivion. Ah.
No, okay. Is everybody here? Everybody ready?
Ready.
I'm ready to get
Yes.
Okay.
the business.
I read the thing, and I whisper, and the void stares back.
And the door manifests and opens before you.
Okay. All right, hurry up. Let's go.
Duck
He's gonna
through
push
the
everybody else
door.
through first because he's the one who knows the password. So if he gets locked behind, he can just re-say it.
Well, I mean, we all had
Alright.
ears. But yes.
Let me have this, okay?
You can have it.
Loading.
Loading.
Dot dot dot.
Loading.
There we go.
Hey.
All right. Just don't talk to anyone. Follow me.
Okay.
Does that include
Okay, Zach.
you?
Where's the way to the library?
You would recognize it is the last door on your left as you're going down the hall.
Okay. Do I see Jerome?
You do not see Jerome yet.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
I would like to perception on all of these bitches as we pass them.
Oh, Pick! So good to see you again so soon after our last encounter.
Okay, is this Jerome?
Sure is.
Hi, Jerome.
I knew you couldn't stay away.
What do you want, Jerome?
Just to say I told you so. That's all.
Is that all you ever want to do? Are you
Yeah.
going to always treat me really badly?
I just treat you like a friend.
This
Is that how
not-
friends treat each other?
No.
You know what? We can unpack this later. I don't have time right now.
Oh, where are you off to then in such a rush that you don't have time to exchange the spit?
The bathroom. Do you want me to piss on your shoes or something?
Tempting, but maybe later.
You're so
Ew.
gross.
Skank.
Pick was very proud of himself for standing up for himself. He's a
Yay.
little shaky though. He's gonna keep
Oh,
doing
no.
the thing. All right, door on the left. Let's fucking. Who are these bitches? Who's in the way?
Is that
Are you racist? Is
yes?
every fire genasi?
I want to kill them all after this family.
Rude. You didn't even read his book. It's really fascinating.
Why would we have to read it? We've lived it.
Oh my god!
Oh, God.
Oh, hello, travelers. It is so nice to meet all of you for the first time ever. I've heard about you, though, from my brother.
Oh, no.
And your
The
The
brother
descriptions are
is...
exactly how he writes about.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Are
where in
you
his books now? Is your brother's a
Muko,
good
Muko,
Muko?
Kuko, Kuko? Which one are you?
Hi, I'm the youngest brother in the family. My name is Stabby Stabby.
God, I was really
Yeah.
hoping you were going to be like, yeah, I'm the youngest brother. My name's Timothy.
Yeah, right?
Hey, Stabby. You know your brother's books. They're not
Oh,
the
yeah.
best, but they are entertaining. But I didn't know he added the rest of us into them. I'm actually kind of concerned about that now. Oh, ugh.
Oh, which, I mean, it's just a compendium of information about travelers on their adventures and how they're changing the world.
Oh, okay. I haven't seen that book.
Yeah, it's the one written by my brother Elko Elko.
Oh, it's not. Oh, you have a lot of writers in your family. Alco. Where can I get this book?
Oh, I mean, they're kind of everywhere nowadays. So you people are changing the world. Information about you is easily acquired. I mean, it's probably not great if you're trying to be secretive, but
You know
you
that
know.
that information makes me. I'm glad I know it, but that makes me wildly uncomfortable.
Yeah, your exploits are being talked about all over. You've saved a temple of Elira. You've
Yeah, we did that.
you've made friends with like ruffians on the sea. You talk to a large whale god. I mean, there's all sorts of crazy stuff in this book. I mean, it's obviously fiction because those things could never happen, but
But
it's really a wonderful tale.
you're right. I mean, I wish that all of that stuff totally happened. I mean, we had things kind of like that, but yeah, the whale god, just a giant fish from when we were fishing. Fereydun caught it. Really impressive. Yeah. Yeah, I'll have to take a good look at that book. Your family really is everywhere, huh?
Oh, yes, everywhere. You should try to find my sisters. They're a lot more fun and have a lot more to say. Most of them are actually accomplished at something and not just part of shady organizations.
Hey. I'm sure you're doing great, Stabby. And, yeah.
Well, it was a pleasure to meet you. I'm going to take this book I just got from the library and go and read it in the scary corner. It's a horror novel.
Good luck.
What is it called? Oh, he's already gone. This is fine.
Knowing that this book exists makes me wildly uncomfortable. But let's go. I'd like to go into the library, please. Pick comes into the library and heaves a giant sigh of relief. It's like, oh, it's just like I remembered it.
Oh, Pick. Hello.
Zach, I forgot what her name is.
Her name is Chantal.
What?
Chantal.
Chantal? Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Chantal.
Oh, Pick. You silly goob. You know you can call me by my true name, Chantal the Miraculous, anytime you want.
That is a mouthful. And as far as I'm concerned, I'm still ahead of you in the look and find game.
Yes,
But
you
I'm
are. I'll win someday. Once I learn how to make myself half as tall as I am and be able to change into other shapes, I will win. Perhaps. Although you're really good at finding or
so. What
hearing
does
things. You're
Chantal
so
look like?
perceptive. Chantal is a half orc and half elf. She has tusks but also pointed ears. Is very lithe but also burly, and has kind of a gray blue sheen of skin. She's wearing a very long flowing dress and has a pair of small glasses, kind of peaked at the tip of her nose, and she's kind of tilting her head to look down at you.
So, I'm actually here because I need some books today.
Well, you know my specialty is finding a book on any topic except for one topic.
What topic
What's-
is that?
She gets really bashful and blushes and turns away and kind of whispers under her breath. I can't find books and procure any about the subject of sensory adult content because it makes me shy.
I can honestly say we are not here for books on this subject.
Oh, marvelous. Well, I
We're
can help with
here on
anything else.
for what was it, Fereydun?
Aqueducts!
The aqueducts,
We wish
or
to
how to
know.
forge paperwork.
We wish to know about the waterways of the city. I hear that you can get to any level by traveling via the aqueducts.
All right. Here are for you, sir, 2 tones. Here is one of my favorite volumes of Aqueducts of Spire, and then an accompanying kind of an add-on book, which I think would be a really good read for you as well, is The Monsters of the Aqueduct of Spire, just for your light perusing. And then what was the other one?
Uh,
Go ahead.
do you know of a Terrence, the typist?
Oh, Terrence, he's so lovely. Yes, he's a recent recruit who just moved here from a faraway land. He's got a very
Okay.
sad backstory, but I'll
Oh,
let him
okay.
divulge that, of course.
Is
Yeah,
he
he's
here in the
he
library
is
or?
here presently. He is over in our bar and lounge area taking notes for someone's memoirs. Finnicus the Old, is, old, and he's probably only got so many days left before he just naturally croaks. So his memoirs are being scripted right now as we speak. How wonderful is that?
Do you think that you could let him know we need to talk to him
Absolutely.
when he
I
has a
mean,
moment?
you're totally welcome to go and bother him too. We don't have a full house today. A lot of a lot of the staff is actually out and about gathering information because we're trying to prep for the end of the world. And I'm just trying to make sure my books are safe. So, like, I'm doing a full inventory and cataloging to make sure everything is in order and in place. It's always good to have information when the world ends.
Yeah.
I'm sure some of us can go speak to him, and some of us can stay here and read.
I would like to read about aqueducts and aqueduct monsters. I am assuming we cannot take these books out of the library.
I would prefer you don't, just because we are, in fact, in the end days. You know how it is. If we weren't about all to die here in the near future, based on current rumor, I mean, did you see the sky today?
I
Absolutely bonkers.
I also believe that we have something tells me 10 days. So,
Well, I have a lot of books to catalog if that's the case. Oofta.
It is
All
so
right,
weird
well,
to be back here.
feel free to just pull up the chair, and there's only one in here, 'cause it's usually just me who reads books. Everyone else tries to take them out. Awful people.
okay.
Yeah. Oh my god, I have a book to show you, Chantal. Shows her the pop-up book.
Oh, this
Starting
is
from
a
like page 2.
lovely novel.
Yeah, I'd let you actually hold it, but I told the person who gave it to me I'd take good care of it, so you understand.
I absolutely do. I mean, books are the legacy of us as soon as we die. Especially if our tales being told in them.
Oh, that reminds me, Abu wrote a book about us. You have a copy of it?
Oh, yes, I do. I have three. It's been a very popular novel as of late. It's a great work of fiction. I do feel like they've stretched the truth a tiny bit, that artist creative, like, liberties and all that.
Size. Can I borrow it?
Oh, yeah, they just keep on coming in. I've got so many volumes of them on order. As
Can
long
I
as the
just
world doesn't end, you can just have one.
Oh, okay, I was gonna say I can give you money so you can buy a new one, but saves me the trouble. Thank you.
I would never charge a friend for a book. You know I support you reading.
I mean, you're the one who taught me how to read, so
Exactly.
shrugs.
Someday in the future, you'll have to come back and I can teach you how to read in other languages as well. How fun would that be?
That would be very helpful. So, party members, friends,
Yes.
be
Mhm.
careful about what you tell people while you're here. I don't feel like I should have to say that, but I'm gonna say it anyways. And be careful of doors. Not There's a lot of teleporting doors. They move, they change.
Okay.
So buddy systems as much as possible
Okay.
if we're going to
Okay.
not be in a group together.
Stares at Pepper.
Stares at Basil and the rest of the group. Yeah, that's fair. Which way is Terrence the typist?
Oh, if you go across the hall, dear, you will find him right over there. He is super wonderful. And might I just add, I love your dress. I would love to have one just as beautiful as yours someday. This old thing, I've just had it for the longest time, but it's just like, it just suits me so well and matches my complexion. And it's just very easy to shrug off when you're having anyways,
Chantrell,
Pepper.
you dog.
Basil's gonna whisper to Pepper, don't you still have that dress the tiefling gave you?
Yeah, but I was saving that. Whispers back, but
I mean, you got some?
yeah.
I feel like we can help this poor girl out.
Yeah, I'm gonna mend it because she hasn't mended it. So she'll mend it very quickly and she'll sorry, I didn't mean to close the door. She'll walk on over and offer up the tiefling dress. Well, I do have this one. It's all fixed up, and I think it's hopefully your size.
Ooh, that would be wonderful. We should have a girls' dress-up day, although maybe not a whole day with the world ending soon and all. But still,
That would be nice if the world doesn't end. Just gonna walk
Speaking
on.
of stuff, I desperately need to find some armor. Do they have that here? I don't. Do you purchase things from the Thieves Guild?
oh no, but we do have contacts in the shopping district, and if you just give them the code word, you just get a wonderful discount.
Oh, how fun! I wish I knew what that was. Cool, thank you.
Oh, yes, sorry. The code word right now is a phrase. We have had way too many just guessing the word because it's just one word. So, the code word right now is the phrase suffocate the village.
That is oddly specific,
Yes.
but that would not be easily guessed, so.
Oh, yes, no, it's suffocate the village. I came up with the code word this week. It's one of my favorite books.
Well, thank you. I hope. Does that work everywhere, or just specific shops? I'm new here.
It's a book about the early days of Spire. It's so great. So the Suffocate the Village is literally about how the entire village was killed in one night by the tyrant who was ruling over Spire before it became this founded, beautiful land that we live in today. How wonderful, isn't it?
Um, yeah, that's an interesting story. Do you have that book here?
Oh, absolutely. I'd be happy to let you peruse it while you're within the guild's headquarters here. Please don't take it out, though, however, because I'll have to send someone after you.
Don't worry. Books are sacred. I will bring it back. I promise.
Okay. Fereydun's gonna continue reading about the, getting the layout of the aqueducts and reading about monsters inside of them.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Pepper's
and I'm reading
gonna,
this one.
Pepper's gonna go see Terrence.
Not alone, Pepper. As I'm reading.
It's okay, I have dappling.
Or Arwyn. Speaking of, where is Dapperling?
Dapperling's with me.
Oh,
She's gonna poke her head at Basil or anybody else. Anybody want to come?
Yeah, if you guys are gonna stay here and read, I will go with two.
All right.
have fun.
Don't kill each other.
Have
Be
fun on your
careful.
whirligig adventures.
Have fun storming the castle.
Alright, so it's just like right across the hall, Zach.
Yep, that is correct.
Lead the
Okay.
way.
Come on, let's go. Hopefully this guy isn't a jerk.
Are you doing all right, by the way, Pick? You were really
Not
burnt back there.
really. Thank you. I am ready for a vacation, whatever those are.
We all are.
Before we do Pepper and Pick, Fereydun, while you're reading your book about monsters and aqueducts, the first one has detailed maps, which can give you directions for the first 4 turns of what was most recently cataloged. However, after that, there's no guarantee, but it gives you a kind of a step-by-step to tier 2. However, it does denote that kind of like asterisk footnote that some tunnels may have collapsed due to neglect.
Okay.
And then in the book about monsters, your notes are there are so drakes, like not dragons, but drakes that are not trainable by the city guard are abandoned in the aqueducts. So there are drakes there. There are something the book refers to as void scent, and it literally says mimics galore and it's underlined.
Galore?
Mimics galore.
Okay.
There you go.
And then like a whole fuck ton of mimics.
hmm Like that, yeah. All right, now we'll leave those readers to read, and then we'll do. Wait a minute. Where's Arwyn? Is he in there too? What are you
I'm in
doing,
the
Arwyn?
library.
Are you reading as well?
I'm just perusing the books. I don't really have anything particular in mind that he would read. I don't know what would pop out to him.
Okay. And then we will hold off on you, and Pepper and Pick are entering into the bar area of Thieves Guild.
Okay. Perception. Can I see what I would presume to be Terrence the typist?
There is a man straight ahead of you on the other side of the hearth who is making a bunch of clicking noises on a weird box machine in front of him.
Okay, that sounds like what information I had been given, so I am going to just go sit on the couch and wait for
Does
a
he
moment's
look?
pause.
Sorry. Does he look familiar?
From behind with a cloak on? I mean, it's hard to
Mhm.
say. He's wearing a cloak.
Valid.
As you approach, you hear the old man droning on. Yes, in my early years, I was quite the catcaller. We didn't have all these delicate names we called individuals, and I just had everyone I wanted. Man, woman, whatever. It was a beautiful time to be alive. Don't write that, though. That makes me come off as very crotchety. I do have to say that it has been an absolute and utter privilege to start writing here again. To be a member of House Raylith in the capacities that I've had the privilege of being a member of House Raylith. And being around those who have grown up in House Raylith has been just the utmost of privileges for myself. And being able to be a
Oh,
contact for the Thieves Guild on such matters as the patriarchy and the governance for which our city is run is just the most
oh,
rewarding of
excuse me,
experiences.
sir.
Yes, can't you see I'm speaking?
Uh, yes, my apologies for interrupting.
My memoirs, as it were.
Yes, your beautiful,
Don't
wonderful
don't write this
memoirs.
part down. He's not part of my memoirs. He's just
Oh, I was just wondering, what services you did for the House Raylith. They sound very intriguing and very important.
I was the key advisor to the lady of the house. You can write that down. That's okay to put in there.
Was?
Yes, I was dismissed
Oh,
recently, as it were.
why would they dismiss a man of your talents?
I know, it is truly, I was, I tripped and fell, as I have a bad hip, and in doing so, I knocked over a very expensive, irreplaceable vase, and in the shattering of it, I was to pay the house bailiff the sum of 10 platinum pieces or be on my way out of the door. And so I chose the latter because why would I pay them 10 platinum pieces when that could set me up for life? And pay someone like this young charmer to type my memoirs for less than a fraction of that price.
Um, that just sounds like solid sense. Um, Also, Zach,
Mhm.
How dare you hit my 2006 childhood in the face? 2010, whatever. How dare you make that reference at me? I'll get you later.
Mhm.
um, um, yeah, that just if you've worked so hard for them for so many years, that just seems ridiculous. What's one vase after all of that loyalty and service?
Exactly. And it's just the things they insinuated I would do in repayment. I thought it was preposterous. Maybe if I was younger and more flattering to the eye, but time has not been kind to me.
You know
So,
what? It sounds like you've been talking all day, and that's just, you have so many stories to tell. Your throat must be getting so parched.
oh, yes, a drink would be lovely, my young charmer.
You should, how about this? I'll give you the money for a drink. You can go set yourself up with a drink or two. I think you really deserve it.
Oh, I think you're right. Accept your pity money for my sad tale. I could afford
Um,
my own drink, but why spend my own money when I can spend someone else's? Perks of old age, my friend. You're quite the
with
charmer.
age comes wisdom. And he'll give him what, like 2 silver,
Oh, that's
whatever.
funny.
Yeah, cool. He gives him 2 silver.
Uh,
Um,
don't stray too far, Terrans. I'll be back before too long with
oh
more
yeah.
stories to tell. Thank you, young
Says,
lad. What are you called?
uh, shit. Joy.
Joy. Marvelous. I'll make sure to put a small blurb in the footnotes of how joy brought me joy. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. All right, as soon as he's out of earshot, he's gonna look right at Tess like, all right, Terrence, I just bought you 5 minutes of not typing. I need a favor.
Ah, thank you. He's a tedious bore.
Yeah, I hear you're the guy to get me paperwork so I can get into the second and potentially third rung of the city.
Absolutely. I need to know why you need the paperwork, though.
Do
Just
you
so I can
want the
make sure I
long
get you the appropriate type of paperwork.
do you want the long story or the short story?
I have no interest in your sob story. The short version is preferred.
Okay. So, as far as you're concerned, we need to get into the second rung so that we can get information from the what is it, the Artificers or Wizards Guild. Uh and third rung because I guess we have to go stop the world from ending. I
Ah,
know, far-fetched, but
no. I will procure the documents you need for access to the universities, access to the third, run. I'll get you into the highest tier of the city. Anything I can do to help stop my late wife.
what?
You, Terrence Linwood?
Pepper!
Ah,
Ah.
What?
you son of a bitch!
Excuse me. It's been some time, hasn't it? He kind of like reaches for an awkward hug because he really doesn't know what to do.
She's full blown like hugging him and she's crying.
Pick
Patting
is
your
like,
head.
what the fuck is going on here?
Poor Pick.
He's like, oh god, there's crying. I don't know what to do with this.
You're okay. You're not hurt. Are you okay?
Yeah, I found a way to help.
What are you do? What happened when I left? What are you doing? I have so many questions.
All
You
in time, but
probably shouldn't have them here.
this is not the time or place, though, my dear.
This is my friend Pick, and just I'm so happy to see you.
It is my pleasure to be seen and see you as well, my dear. Your psycho mother is out to destroy the world, it would seem. So I've come to this place to do my part.
Well, so are we, it seems. So it actually is Ma?
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, she's got a signature on everything she does.
Did you know about this beforehand?
About
You know, Faye being, experimenting on me, just everything.
it's come to light recently, but I didn't know when it was happening, and I'm so sorry I couldn't protect you from those evils.
Okay. Guess we were with puppets, I guess. Still, I still make stuff. I made this gun.
Oh, I love it. It's unique. Like you.
Yeah.
I made this. Shows you big giant typing machine. By the way, it's like 3 feet tall and he has to like bend over to use it.
She's like utterly fascinated, and she's just like, I have so many questions about how this works, and I've missed you, and
As you know, I'll never tell you how it works, but after this bloke leaves me the fuck alone, I will let you take it apart and reassemble it.
I would love that, just like old times.
Yes, I think that would be perfect.
But, thank you for helping us, with the papers and whatnot.
Yes, my contact, Jerome, I will send him with the papers for you. By the end of the day, it will take me a little bit of time to draw everything up, but I can make you who you want to be, or at least who you deserve to be.
I think I would like that a lot. Thank you, Da. She's just hugging him. She's got so many questions, but this isn't the place. Pick is right. He's right. But happy Pepper saw Dad.
Basil, Basil,
Me?
yes, you. The book you're reading has wonderful information as you're going through it. There is a note scribbled on the bottom of one of the pages as you're reading. Those awful people who write in books, from the library. And it's got a note saying, when there are 4 moons in the sky, half the city, it's time to die.
Oh no. Okay.
Dun dun dun.
I guess I'll keep looking. I'll pen that down. Kind of not like mark the page, but just like leave my finger in that page and keep kind of looking, see if there's any like context in the book about that or more notes.
Do you have any like facial expression as you're reading this note on the bottom of the page?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, just note that as you're like noticing this, the librarian Chantel is watching your face and kind of looking at you knowingly. She kind of just nods her head and then continues perusing the shelves.
That was weird. Don't know if I talked to her about this or not. Chantel?
Yes,
Um, you said you've read this book a lot, right?
absolutely. Many, many times. It's my favorite. I even script some notes in once in a while if it's relevant.
Like this one?
Shh. I'm I don't know what you're talking about, sir.
Oh, of course. Sorry about that. I guess I'll kind of side-eye her and sit in the
Oh,
chair and
here,
look.
you would love this book too. This is one of my favorites. It's about the Thieves Guild, actually. It's called The Walls Have Eyes.
Oh, yeah, sure. He'll put that book under the one he's currently reading.
Oh, here, and this is my favorite horror story. It's There Are Ears Listening Everywhere. Great novel. You'll enjoy it.
It sounds like a hit, and sounds
Marvelous.
like it has a great point.
Yes, it is. It's very to the point. A very succinct story.
My favorite kind. Thank you, Chantel. And I'll just
Chantal the
keep
Miraculous. Thank you.
Basil. Pleasure to meet you.
Someday I'll tell you what's so miraculous about me.
Okay. I guess I'll sit down and keep looking for more notes.
All right. I've got one more note for you, which is in the third tome she sends you off with about how all of the area around you has ears that seem to be listening. There you go. That's the last note she has in the book, written in a footnote, scribbled hastily.
Oh.
Oh dear.
Marvelous. Arwyn, how we doing in the library?
Um,
Decided on a book yet?
no. You, I think he
All right. Well, Chantel's going to approach you as you're
Mhm.
approaching the shelves to try to assist. You are a tall drink of water. Can I help you find a book?
Well, I guess I don't really have a particular topic I'd like to divulge in. Which way did you say Terrence was?
Oh, just across the hall. Um, yes.
Right.
The friend you came in with went that way as well.
Yes. I actually think I'm gonna go catch up with her. But
You're going
thank
to
you though
catch up
for.
with her. I see.
Well, I mean,
I
feel
do.
free to.
Here, I have a wonderful book for you.
Oh,
Here, this book is perfect for you. Good luck.
what does she hand him?
I'm not able to help you find things of a adult content nature, but this doesn't
My
really go
God.
so far as adult content. It's more like informational. This is a series of about contraception.
Gee,
Enjoy.
yes, thank you. So lovely. Okay, fine, thank you. Oh, Lordy Lou. Oh my God. And he's gonna make his way to the tavern portion. He sees everyone gathered by the hearth. and he's gonna come up behind Pepper and tap her shoulder.
Who is hugging Terrence
Yeah,
tightly. And
she
he
is
is
still.
like patting her head awkwardly because he's
Read
not.
the room, Arwyn.
Well, okay, I didn't know that they were still hugging.
Yeah, no, she is
Teasing.
clinging to her father that she hasn't seen in 7 years.
Arwyn points to Arwyn looks to Pick and points to the person Pepper is hugging with a somewhat puzzled look on his face. He mouths that to
Pick's
you.
just like confused looking, but he's like nods like, yeah.
If you tap her shoulder, she is gonna look over at you and then look over at Terrence and be like, "Oh, oh my goodness, I haven't done any introductions." And she is gonna let go over Dad and kind of, present him. Um, this is Terrence Linwood. This is my dad. This is my friend Pick. This is my boyfriend Arwyn.
Pick is ducking behind the couch a little bit because now he's just like, I don't know about
Oh,
you.
Arwyn. Serendipitous, in fact, that I meet you in person. I've been typing about you all day.
What?
What?
You have?
Yeah,
the,
that
the,
guy over
the
there.
old kook hasn't shut up about you and your family. On and on he drones. We started late in the evening last night, and I say I haven't had more than a wink of sleep because he just goes on and on and on. Like, there's no off switch on him. Like, close to death, my ass. Like, when is he gonna croak already? He just keeps going.
I mean,
Fucking-
no, you're right. That's how he was.
He was
That's
a
how
good
he was.
educator, though, based on what he said. So, there's that,
I mean,
suppose.
a few times my parents had him tutor me, but God, he would not shut up about certain subjects.
Or about how great he is.
Yes, he really did like to boast and brag. It's almost like
Oh,
God sent that he would Arwyn remember the vase incident, or was he away from that?
that was more recent.
Okay, so that was
you
more
would not
recent.
know.
All right, so I was gone. All right.
Yeah.
But yes, it's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Linwood. And he puts his hand out to shake.
Just Terrence the typist. Not trying to brag about my last name with current circumstances.
Yes, understandably so, Terrence. Yes. He has his hand out to shake.
So he grabs your hand with the incorrect hand. So if you're holding your right, he's like streaking with the left, like
Okay.
kind of like over upside down.
Okay. All right. He's gonna roll with it. All right.
Hear it.
All right. Well, is this a good spot for everyone tonight?
Yes.
All right.
I am starting to nod off.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yes.
We are going to call it for the evening. Thanks for recording.
No problem. Good night, everybody's.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.